Yes, guys, welcome to Over the Line, the football debate show by fans for fans. My name is Dave O, and it's just me tonight. It's just me. None of the boys are with me tonight. Unfortunately, Nigel couldn't make it tonight. Hopefully, he'll be back after the international break for our round four fixtures prediction show. So, on that note, without any further ado, let us get straight into the show and get predicting on what I believe will be the results this coming weekend. So, first match on the Saturday, we have Chelsea at home to Fulham. Now, Chelsea started the season off a bit lackluster at home to Crystal Palace, nil-nil draw there. In their last match, absolutely wiped the floor with West Ham, beating them 5-1 away from home. Now, how much of that is to do with how good Chelsea were versus how bad West Ham truly do look this season? All remains to be seen. Fulham, they, in their last match, got a 1-1 draw with Manchester United. And in all honesty, they probably should have won the game. Fulham looked good. They are always organised well under Marco Silva and are difficult to beat. This is a West London derby, and as with most derbies, form does go out the window. In saying that, Chelsea, with or without Cole Palmer, who may be injured, I do expect them to win this game. And my prediction for this, I'm going to go 3-1 to Chelsea. Next up, we have Manchester United at home to Burnley. I shouldn't chuckle because we do know what happened in their last match, Manchester United against Grimsby, being booted out of the League Cup. Grimsby played them off the park at points in that match, and Manchester United put out a reasonably strong side. In saying that, I do expect a response. Yes, Amorim is under pressure to deliver. Some say he may even be already, ready to pack his bags and quit. Burnley are resolute, defensively solid, won their last match at home to fellow promoted side Sunderland 2-0. I do think that this is going to be a difficult match for United, but I do expect them to come out on top in this one. So I'm going to go 2-1 to Manchester United, but I wouldn't be too shocked to see a 1-1 draw here. Next up, we have Sunderland at home to Brentford. Sunderland started the season well, 3-0 win at home to West Ham. Again, just how bad are West Ham this season? Brentford in their last match, it was a 1-0 victory at home to Aston Villa. This is a tricky one to call. I do believe that the signing of Utara will make a huge difference to Brentford. He was a class player at Bournemouth. He's come in and has hit the ground running immediately with Brentford. Many people did predict Brentford to be a relegation candidate. I think they are looking a little bit better than we perhaps anticipated. I'm going to go for a 2-1 away win here. I'm going to go 2-1 Brentford. Next up, we have Tottenham at home to Bournemouth. This is going to be a really good game. Tottenham have started the season well. Last time out, beating City 2-0 away. Bournemouth put up a valiant effort against Liverpool in the first game of the season. I believe they lost that one 4-2. And then they have sort of looked good since beating Wolves 1-0. Semenyo missing a few gilt-edged chances there, including one right under the crossbar. He managed to somehow put that one over. I think this game will have goals in it. It could be 2-1 either way. As an Arsenal fan, I refuse to predict a Tottenham victory, so I'm going to go to 2-1 Bournemouth. Next up, Wolves at home to Everton. Two poor sides, let's be honest. Everton got the home win 2-0 last time out against, I believe it was Brighton, but they were played off the park in that game. Brighton really should have won that match. Wolves lost last time out to Bournemouth, going down to 10 men, which obviously never helps. Got beat first game of the season at home or away at Manchester. I think they were home to Manchester City and lost that one 4-0. Tough one to call. Two poor sides. Yes, Grealish coming in will give Everton a bit more creativity. Diblin coming in as well from Southampton is a good signing. Everton will improve. I just think with it being this early in the season and the way the teams are looking right now, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw here. Next up, we have Leeds at home to Newcastle. Leeds started off the season well, beating Everton 1-0, then got smashed 5-0 away at Arsenal. No shame in that. You know, my team are looking very good this season. Newcastle, valiant effort last time out. At home, down to 10 men against Liverpool. With 10 men, played Liverpool off the park for large majorities of that game. Probably should have come away with something. Now, the result that I'm going to predict is dependent on a couple of things. Newcastle in that match have lost Anthony Gordon 3-game ban because he got a red card. But Joe Linton and Tonali, they both have injury worries. Now, if Tonali and Joe Linton are available, I'm going to go for a 2-1 away win. However, if Tonali or Joe Linton are unavailable, then I've got this as 1-1. Either way, I don't see Newcastle losing, but the result will depend on if Joe Linton and Tonali are available. So I'll go 1-1 or 2-1 to Newcastle. Next up, we have Brighton at home to Manchester City. I believe this is the Sunday fixtures. Now, Brighton always play well against City. This will be a tough match, but if City want to be in this title run, these are the sorts of games they're going to have to go away from home and come away with a result in. They looked poor at home last time out against Tottenham. Tottenham always do well against City. First game, they smashed Wolves 4-0. So the question is, which version of City are we going to get? It feels weird saying that because we're used to this side being juggernauts, but I just don't see it as the same City side as it once used to be. I think there will be goals in this game. I'm going to go for 2-2. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw here. Next up, Nottingham Forest at home to West Ham. This really should be a game that Forest should be winning, no excuses at all. West Ham look absolutely diabolical. The worst team in the league so far, based off of what we've seen in this early stage. Yes, there is time for them to improve, but as things stand right now, West Ham are probably the worst team in the league. Forest, normally good at home, difficult to beat, a resolute side. 1-1 draw of Crystal Palace last time out away from home. And I believe they won their opening match 3-1 at home to, I believe it was Brentford. Forest are good at home. I'm going to go for 2-1. I think it'll be a 2-1 victory for Nottingham Forest, if not 3-1. Next up, the big one. Liverpool at home to Arsenal. This game is going to be a classic. I am afraid, and I am not afraid to admit it, I am afraid of the potential that this Liverpool side have, especially if they sign Alexander Isak. However, Isak isn't there just yet. So, this match, I believe, is going to be 2-1 either way. Now, what is having me believe that Arsenal come away with this victory is what I saw Newcastle do to Liverpool with 10 men. That gave me a lot of hope because Newcastle physically dominated long periods of that match. And Arsenal are a physical side nowadays. We're no longer that soft underbelly team that we used to be. We can physically match up to most teams, if not all teams. So I'm going to go 2-1 Arsenal. I believe this game is going to come down to the minutest of details. It's effectively who takes their chance first, because I do believe both teams will create a lot of chances. Liverpool look suspect defensively, awesome going forwards. Arsenal look resolute defensively as always. Not so great going forward, despite the 5-0 win last time out. So I'm going to stick to my guns here. As a Gooner, I can't predict a loss. I'm going to go 2-1 to Arsenal. And that brings us to the final game of the weekend before the international break, and that's Aston Villa at home to Crystal Palace. Villa look poor, haven't been impressed with them at all season. Lost last time out to Brentford away from home 1-0. And in their first match, they drew 0-0 with Newcastle. Yes, they were down to 10 men, but before that red card to Konza, they looked pretty poor. So Villa haven't scored a goal this season yet. Villa haven't scored a goal this season, unbelievably so. Crystal Palace, 1-1 draw with Forest last time out, and a 0-0 draw away at Chelsea. Crystal Palace look good. Yes, they have a European competition that they are playing in midweek, which could have an effect. But I expect them to come away with this with a point at least. So I'm going for 1-1 here. So that's the prediction for round 3 of the fixtures. Guys, thank you for joining me. As always, I appreciate your time. We will be going live after the Liverpool-Arsenal game on Sunday, so come back and join us for that. In the meantime, though, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, help this channel grow. Appreciate your time. I'll see you on the next episode of Over the Line.